Hi everybody, welcome to the Steckline Report, and today we're going to talk about a couple of big issues. The WTO ruled against cool. You heard me talk about that recently, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it today. Plus, the first winter wheat crop rating comes in, and it kind of surprises some people. Stand by for just a few seconds and we'll be back.
My grandfather came across the plains from Missouri in the 1860s and ran a hotel and stage stop here with livery stable, and it's been in the family ever since. We run probably about 100 cows here and 250 over at the other ranch. I'm sure there are other banks we could have dealt with, but they've been so friendly and know what the ups and downs are in the business. American Ag Credit is like a family for us for financial help.
Well, the backlog at WTO may mean the U.S. appeal, which we're going to do, I guess, won't come until January. Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack at a speech just recently says that the Obama administration likely won't appeal the WTO ruling until January. The U.S. Trade Representative's office, though, will make the call on that, and they're looking at a couple of issues, too, that are kind of interesting, because I thought that maybe the WTO ruling was completely no-no for labeling. It wasn't. It wasn't. The WTO panel ruled that the U.S. can have a country of origin label for meat products, but the current USDA rule forces packers to discriminate against Canadian and Mexican cattle, thus affecting the ability of producers from those countries to market their cattle in the U.S. The label rule requires heavy segregation of non-native livestock, which effectively discriminates against foreign-born animals. Well, that was the purpose of it, to be honest about it. But in any event, if they water it down too much, it won't amount to anything. It'll be interesting to see if we can still kind of get something out of this, because I am personally in favor of cool. I've said this for years in my broadcasts across this country, and I continue to say that, because it just makes sense to me on 2 points that cool is good for American producers. Number one, Canada and Mexico are fighting it like you can't believe. Why? Anybody over 12 years old ought to figure that one out. Friends, it kind of hurts their deal, kind of helps the U.S. deal. The U.S. sell their products, in my opinion, and I just know it makes a little bit of difference to most people when they go to the grocery store and they see a sign that says, "This produced, born, raised, produced, and slaughtered in the United States," versus Mexico, Canada, or any other country. Not there's anything wrong with that, but I just think it makes a difference. And why shouldn't we promote our products? In any event, we'll see if they can come up with a little different terminology to get this through WTO. They tell us that Congress is going to have to kill the program that we've got right now, the cool mandate, and redo it if this takes place, so I'm not sure all that can be done. First winter wheat crop ratings are in, friends, and they're kind of a surprise. It was down from a year ago. Everybody thought maybe we had a little bit better deal out there. 2 very poor, 4% poor, 6 fair, 8 good, and 10 excellent as far as a category factor. And when you looked at the whole deal, we were just a little bit worse than last year as far as conditions right now compared to a year ago. Still some mighty dry spots out there. A good example was a recent rain that missed the Ponderosa, where we grow our wheat entirely, just a little sprinkler or two, and just 20 miles south, beautiful rain. And that's been happening a lot all year long. Friends, that's kind of the way it wraps up for this Steckline Report. We'll see you next time.